All right, good morning, guys, or good evening. I'm not sure when you're watching this, but I hope that, again, you guys are doing well this week, that you guys are keeping busy and still able to work. Today, we're going to be going over, I'm not going to play any music today, in case you guys want to add your own. I'm not sure how that's working out, but we're going to go through a total body workout. We are going to use some dumbbells. You can absolutely use your own or substitute. I've mentioned before, you can use if you have jugs of soda or water or whatever, sack of potatoes, flour, sandbags, anything that you can find is going to be really helpful. So I will show you modifications if you only have one item versus two, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So let's do some arm circles to start. Just check on our time. Okay. We always want to start with our dynamic warm-up. And in and out. I will also be including moving forward today and moving forward. I will be including the workout in case you guys want to go through it again and not have to watch the whole video. So feel free to do so. As I mentioned before, doing this workout is great before you maybe do some cardio or take a walk. You could just do this on your own. On its own, or see, reach side to side, or you could do this every 2 days. That's what I was going to say. Okay, so I'm going to step back so you can see me better. We're going to just sway side to side. Just focus on your breathing here. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Squat down, bringing those hips down, and roll up. We'll do a couple more of these. Reach, squat, extend, roll up. Reach, squat, extend, roll up. Roll those shoulders back. I'm going to move you guys down a tad. There we go. Ankle grabs. And you guys are probably getting the hang of this warm up by now. Always dynamic. Dynamic meaning moving, okay, while we're stretching. Because our muscles are still cold, they're not warmed up, they're tight. So if we hold a stretch, a really strong stretch, we will weaken the muscle before we work out, which can lead to injury, much easier than normal. Or you could really just strain your muscle from stretching. So we're going to move on to soldier kicks. Oh, my shoes are dirty. Knees don't have to be straight. Again, we're just moving. Last two. Good. Okay. Knee adjust. So what we're going to start with is a compound movement. We're going to do a squat, a curl, and a press. So I'm going to grab my set of 8s. Use what you have. I have a set of 8, so that's what I'm going to use. So you're going to hold them at your sides. You're going to squat down. Your feet are hip width apart. This is our squat stance. Your toes can be pointed straight or on a slight angle. It really depends on your preference for that one. You're going to squat, come up through the heels, curl, keeping the elbows still, and press. Down, down. Squat, curl, press. Very good. Keep it going. Make sure you're squeezing the glutes on the way up. Squat, curl, press. Again. One more. Squat, curl, press, and down. We're gonna flip the dumbbells, half curl, down. Half curl, down. Keep that elbow glued to your side. We're pausing here. Inhale. Inhale. These tend to feel a lot harder than a full curl because you're really challenging the muscle to stop and hold that weight midway through. Two more. Very good. Let's put the dumbbells down. We're going to move to the floor into a high plank position. We're going to do shoulder taps. You can just hold the plank if you need to. That would be the modified version. Shoulder tap. Keep your feet hip width apart, hips are down. Or you can just hold. Okay, either one. And we're going to move right into mountain climbers. Breathe. Hands under the shoulders, okay? None of this. Three, two, one. Drop the knees. We're going to move right to a chest. Chest press. We're going to move right to push-ups. Okay, we're going to kneel, lean forward. We don't want to be back here. We want to be over our hands. We're going to lower all the way down, release, and push up. And continue. Down. And up. You don't have to kneel. Down. Exhale up. When you push up, keep that core nice and tight. Good, and sit back in child's pose. All right, we're gonna walk our hands in and roll up off the floor. We're gonna go right back to the squat, curl, and press. So I wanna show you what to do if you only have one object. Say you only have one dumbbell or something heavy. You're gonna squat, you're gonna hold it like this. You're gonna squat with the dumbbell between the knees, curl, and press. Easy as that. Squat, curl, press. Make sure you take your time, do each exercise fully before starting the other one. Breathe out on the way up. Good. Make sure you squeeze the glutes on the way up, dig the heels down. Okay, we're getting the heart rate up even with dumbbells. HIIT can be performed in lots of different ways. My personal favorite is to incorporate muscle toning exercises and also compound movements because they really get your heart rate up. And mix those with mountain climbers, jumping jacks, burpees, curl, press, slow on the way down. Last time. Okay, so if you just have one object, we're gonna go right back to the curl. You're just gonna go halfway, and you're really holding it more so in the hammer curl position, but that's okay. We're gonna work with what we have. Halfway. The difference between an underhand grip And a neutral grip is the part of the bicep that you are targeting. So with the hammer curl, where you have the neutral grip, you're really targeting down toward your elbow as well. In case you're wondering what the difference is and is it important. So it's just like doing different leg exercises. You're targeting different parts of your quad, different parts of your glute muscle. So it is important to know the difference and to incorporate both into your workouts. 2 more. I will write the reps down. I know our reps are not fully equal here, and that is because I'm talking a lot and demonstrating, but I will write those down and the set amounts in your written part of the exercise. Okay, so we're done with the curl. We're gonna put this down. We're gonna move into a high plank with shoulder taps. Then we're gonna move in to mountain climbers and then push-ups. Here we go. Shoulders directly above the hands. If you need more support, widen your stance, meaning bring your feet apart. Mountain climbers. Three, 2, 1. Drop the knees, relax the shoulders. Take a breath. All right. Here we go. Push up, release, kneeling or regular. Exhale up. Inhale, slow down. Few more. Last 2. Sit back in child's pose. Relax the chest, the shoulders, your wrists. Deep breath in. Good. And let's come up off the floor. All right, roll those shoulders out. We're gonna go for 1 more round and then we're gonna move on. Grab your dumbbells, your object, whatever it is that you have. And picking up all the carpet buds. All right. Here we go. Ready for our squats? So we can do 2 dumbbells. We can do 1 dumbbell. Your choice, whatever you have, make it work. You can totally do these unweighted as well. Squat, curl. I rushed that one. Okay, so it's what not to do. We want to squat, squeeze, curl, press, down and down. Take your time. There is no rush. Sometimes the slower the better, especially when you're lifting. You want to use your power when you lift and press, and then use your strength on the way down and down. Squat, squeeze, squeeze, and press. Good. Good. Keep the knees soft. See how I'm not locking out my knees? You don't want to do this. Okay, none of that. Keep them soft. We all have wear in here on our knees. We don't want to make it worse than it already is. All right. And half curl. Squeeze Down, good. Keep those shoulder blades back. If you hear me breathing loudly, it's on purpose and not on purpose, depending on the exercise. But here, I breathe loudly because that helps you to engage your core and your abs, which is going to help you to lift a heavier weight. Three, two, and one. Good. All right, dumbbells down. We're going to move on to the shoulder taps. I'm working up a sweat already. It really doesn't take much, but what you do want to make sure you're doing is going at the right pace. Does not always mean fast. You want to make sure that your form is correct. You're squeezing, you're thinking about your muscles as you're lifting. That is one of the most important things. And you're going to get that heart rate up quickly. You're going to start sweating quickly, and you're going to really build and tone quickly. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm going to hold the modified version. So you can hold here, or you can continue with the shoulder taps. I'm going to be doing both versions as normal. Mountain climbers. This is another modified version. You need to go slowly. Good, and come down, relax the arms. Then we'll go into our push-up releases. You don't have to release at all if you don't want to. You can really make these your own as well. You can do tricep push-ups where your elbows are tucked in to your sides versus out. That will target the triceps a little bit more. We are going to hit triceps today. So totally up to you. Here we go. One more. And child's pose. Then relax those wrists. Roll them around. All right. Okay, grab some water. Take a quick little break. Let's see if I can open the window. Well, maybe not. It's warm in here. All right, let me know when you are ready. I'm going to pretend you're letting me know that you're going to be ready in 30 seconds. We are going to do some shoulders here, a little bit more cardio and legs, and then we're going to move to the floor, maybe for the remainder of the workout. And we're going to hit hips and different things that we haven't done yet. So chest, more chest, lots of abs, lots of abs, lots of abs. If you guys have any questions, please email me. I had one member email me, which was wonderful feedback. And it's nice to connect with you guys. So if you have questions, let me know. If you're like, hey, I'd love more abs in this workout, or I'd love a little more cardio, love more legs, please let me know. I really want this to work out for you guys. Okay, it's been more than 30 seconds. Let's grab our dumbbells or dumbbell. So you can use books, which we've done in the past for shoulders. I'll show you what that looks like. So with the dumbbells, the lateral raise looks like this. We have our stance here, We're gonna lift out and down. If you have books, that looks like this. Hopefully they're around the same size. Hold them open side in so that they don't open up. You're gonna lift and down. Good. And let's continue here. So we're gonna pause, slow on the way down. So this is where books and things like cans of soup, water bottles, all come in handy. The 8s are not heavy for me when it comes to a lateral raise. However, if you're training chest and shoulders, which we already did beforehand, obviously your muscles are going to be a little more exhausted than from the start. And plus, shoulders are small. You don't need to go overboard with the weight. So what you can do is just go a little slower on the way down. That will absolutely add more resistance and more pain, but good pain. Nice and slow. Breathe out on the way up. Let's do a few more. When you're doing this on your own, depending on what you have, if your weights are super heavy, do less reps. If they're super light, do more reps if you want to. You want to make it a little harder. Okay, so now we're going to flip our hands under. We're going to do an underhand raise. Same thing with the dumbbells. You would hold them like this. You're going to lift, pause here, really strengthen that core and your abs. Core meaning here and here. And lower. Good. We're going to do some jumping jacks after this. So get ready for that. I know we've had really good weather, so I'm sure a lot of you are taking some walks outside, which is great. Just go for a nice fast-paced walk. If you don't want to jog or run, I don't really prefer running anymore for my knees, but that's obviously preference. And it's just not my favorite thing. And I don't think it's worth forcing something you don't love. So, well, I don't want to say that because maybe you don't love exercising, but you can walk up a hill instead of running. Okay, that'll really get the heart rate up, work the back of the legs. Last one. All right. If you have light weights like this, I'm going to move this out. I want to show you two different versions for this jumping jack. We're going to do a press with it. So if you have light dumbbells or books, you're going to do it like so. If you have one dumbbell, you can hold it like this. Okay? I prefer the two, so that's what I'm going to go with. So we're going to count to 30. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Make sure you're not going pigeon toed like this, okay? Keep the toes pointing forward. Protect your knees. I lost count. We're going to call that 13. Ten more. 2, 1. Good. March it out. Anytime you're doing cardio like that, and you're going to stop, don't just stop. Work your way out of it, okay? So you just want to go into a march or a little jog or something like that. You don't want your heart rate really high and then really low. I'm sorry. You don't want it really high and then just to stop. You want to bring your heart rate down a little bit. Okay, I think that is good. So we're going to move on to the floor. We will get back up and do that circuit again, but for now, we're going to hit the floor. So I'm going to bring you down a tad. This happened last time. Bear with me 1 second. There we go. Okay. All right, that should be good. So we're going to move on to a tricep overhead extension. We will keep our books here. Again, you can use both. So if you have the dumbbell, you're gonna lay back like this, arms are up in the air. You're gonna press your feet down. Now, I see some people do this. Maybe it helps their lower back or their legs are flat, which I don't prefer. And I'll tell you why I prefer this way. It's because when you're exhaling, so you're inhaling here, right? Elbows don't move. So sometimes I see people bring it behind their heads so they don't hit themselves. That's fine, except it's also not fine if your elbows are moving. Really depends on your arm's length. So for me, I really can come down, but I have to really pay attention and be aware of what I'm doing. You don't want to hit yourself in the forehead. So just be careful here. You can watch yourself or just watch the dumbbell. Now, what I was saying about the lower back, you're inhaling here and you're exhaling, you're going to push that lower back down. To push that lower back down, you have to engage the abs. So you're going to inhale here and press down. If you're already up here or your legs are flat, it's not going to be as effective. Again, that's my preference and my opinion, but I like my workouts and each rep to be as efficient as possible. So that is why I am so big on the breathing technique and getting every little bit of muscle worked as you can during each exercise. Okay, let those abs work for you. Couple more. And come down. We're gonna press and down. Press and down. So the next round, I'll show you what to do with the books. Again, you're doing the same thing here with the lower back. It's hard to see because I'm wearing black on black, but you really want to exhale, flat, flat, flat. No one should be able to put their hand underneath of your lower back. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, dumbbell here. Reverse crunches. So head, neck, and shoulders are up. Knees are tucked. So we're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Same thing with the back. Exhale, flat, flat, flat. If you can't flatten it, extend higher. Exhale here. Inhale, exhale. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. We're going to exercise our calves here. Just kind of stretch them out. So we're going to come up, we're going to lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, and come down and lift and down. 2, 3, squeeze the glutes, slow on the way down. This is a great exercise for the back of your legs, for your glutes, and also for your lower back. And it's a good stretch for your hip flexors. So you're sitting all day long. You're going to want to practice these often. 3, 2, and 1. All right. So we're going to come back up off the floor. Roll up nice and slow. Grab a sip of water if you need it. We're going to go right back to the lateral raise. All right, so grab some water quickly. All right, it has been about 30 minutes already. Time is flying. So let's get through this for 2 more rounds. So grab your books or your dumbbells. Here we go, lateral raise. Deep breath in, exhale. Slow. Last week we targeted back. Okay, this week we're skipping back. I'm trying to just make sure that I hit everything not everything each session, but keep it with some variety. So since we did back last week, I'll skip it this week. You can reuse that workout from last week or the week before. Use as many as you'd like throughout the week. I don't think it's necessary to target shoulders 2 days in a row or anything 2 days in a row. So you could do every other day or every 2 days, I think is ideal. Trying to get in some cardio at least 3 times a week, or at least like a walk a couple times a week, even if it's up your stairs and down your stairs. You're working on the first floor of your home, use the restroom on the second floor. Anything to get you a couple extra steps because it all adds up. 3, 2, and 1. All right, now we're gonna move on to the underhand raise. Here we go. My shoulders are burning from the books. Okay, the books are so light, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do I normally do these with 1 or 2 pounds in the gym? No. I normally use 8s or so, sometimes 10s, which are challenging for me, but you don't have to. You can get a really good workout in it. And also depends on what else you're doing within your workout. So since we're doing everything back to back to back to back, when we're doing lots of chest and shoulders already, I think the lighter weights are just fine for me because I don't want to overdo it. Breathe out and slow on the way down. And last one. And down. All right, shake it out. We have our jumping jacks next. Of course, you can ditch the books or the weights or whatever it is that you have, the cans of soup, your water bottles, and you can just do regular jumping jacks, okay? Again, we're really going hard on the shoulders and the chest today. So if your shoulders are feeling it, totally understand. If you're starting to feel it in your traps up here, this part of your trap, then that means it's too much. Even if you're using a light weight, it can still be too much. So if that's the case, drop the weight. Drop the weight. Do not force it. You don't want to have any trigger points up here in your neck from straining your traps, okay? 3, 2, 30 breaths. Breathe. 20. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. March out. All right, we're going to move back to the floor. And we are moving on to tricep extensions. All right, have a seat. Grab your dumbbell. And here we go. 1. Inhale. Exhale, push that lower back down on the way up. Three, 2, and 1, right to a push. Or press, push, press, same thing. Give me 1 and last one, good. All right. We are on to calf raise. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bridge. 1, 2, squeeze those glutes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Reverse crunches. So we may only get through 2 rounds of this. I will have you do 3 when I write it out, but it's only because I want to show you some hip exercises as well to add. Okay, so we're going to tuck and extend. Last one, and come down, and we're gonna go take a quick water break and go back to the beginning if we have time. So we're gonna check. So we're gonna come up off the floor. You guys know how I like to come up off the floor. I never like to lean on the joints, so don't lean on the knees, okay? All right, so we only have a few minutes left. So I will have you do a 3rd round of that on your own. If you're gonna do it again, you could pause right here and do it again, or you can do it again later. But I just wanted to show you some hip mobility exercises real quick. Okay. Now, although this is not part of doing a HIIT workout, this is not high intensity interval training, but it's something that's really important for HIIT movements. So plyos, jump squats, jumping jacks, you're using your hips, hips, hips. So we really want to work on hip mobility. So this is like a really important thing to do. You could do this separate, you could do this at the end, in the beginning. So we're on all fours here, okay? Flat back. We're gonna lift the knee out. I'm gonna show you on an angle. It can definitely be the best. And we're gonna do hip circles. So you're bringing out, going outward, bringing the knee back, in and through. Towards your elbow and out. Okay, we're just going to end with these. 3, 2, 1. Good. Other side. Out. 3, 4, 5, 6, and these burn. 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. All right, so again, those are really important to do. You're sitting a lot during the day, and then you're gonna go and do a HIIT workout or another workout throughout the week. You really wanna focus on those small muscles and the parts of your body that support your larger muscles. So that's why I like to do this. So let's give it a little stretch. We're gonna do figure 4 first, as always. This is one of my favorites. This might be my favorite. You just kind of like roll side to side a little bit. And switch. Good. And just do a quick knee hug. Knees out to your armpits. And stretch. Flex the feet, point the feet. Flex, point. Flex, point again. Feel that all here. 3, 2, and 1. We can sit up. Good butterfly position. And then stretch the shoulders. Press the arm in towards you rather than pulling away. I see oftentimes, people kind of swing and then they just pull it. That doesn't really stretch the shoulder. You want to push it in towards you. So you're pressing the arm and the muscle away from the joint. Stretch out your chest. And round your back. Good. Arms up. We're going to stretch out the tricep. Press it down. Focus on your breathing throughout your stretches. And open and other side. Good. Roll out your wrists. We used our wrists a lot today. And roll your shoulders. Forward. Good. Roll your head. Good. All right, we're going to do a couple stretches on our way up. So we're going to come back to our plank, walk our hands in, and stretch those hamstrings. Walk your hands back out. We're going to stretch our calves. Press the one heel down. Good. And switch. All right, walk your hands in. And let's just stretch our quad. And then we'll wrap up. All right, and flat back, hands against the wall. Bring your chest through your arms. All right, great job, you guys. I will see you back here next Thursday. If you have any questions about the workout, let me know. Otherwise, have a great, healthy, and safe week.